Welcome, podcast listeners. It is episode number 263 of the Fret Talk podcast. You are joined by me, your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are joined by Lee Powder-ba-dabba-da-doo. It's been a while, Lee. It's been a while.
Hi, Fret Talk. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh, dear. It's
Hello, people.
It's going to be one of those, isn't it? It's going to be one of those. Right.
It's always one of those.
How you been, anyway? It's been probably about 3-4 weeks since you were last on.
Yes, it has been. I've missed you all dearly.
Indeed.
I've just been really, really busy. And being an hour's difference doesn't sound like a lot, but if everyone else is running just a little bit late, it makes it really late here.
Oh, yeah. Look, because we tend to start recording kind of the early parts of like the evening where you'd be going, now's time to kind of settle down, and this is the time where you kind of on the sofa just chillaxing, unwinding. But if you then like push that an hour ahead, you're then starting to think of, it could be time to go to bed now.
Yeah, well,
and these things they last an hour as well, don't they?
Yeah, well, more than that. Just the recording's an hour, isn't it? But then we chat shit for about half an hour beforehand, and then hang around afterwards while we're all doing our audio and stuff, and just like, listen to this new riff.
Indeed.
So yeah, it does eat into that bit where it doesn't leave you anything afterwards.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also my little ones have been unwell, and they're still unwell, but Daddy got duties to perform.
Daddy's got a podcast to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, indeed. So, tell us what you've been up to, Lee, because you've been a busy boy. Busy boy.
I've not really much I can really talk too much about because there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. But one of the things that I've been doing is I've had a couple of pedals drop, and one of the pedals that dropped was the Surgeon by Matthews Effects, and yeah.
So for those people who don't know what the Surgeon is, do you want to give us a little bit of a rundown of what it is, what it does?
Well, these mega delays that have been coming out.
Sure, like
the DR4,
okay,
Mark II. And, at the beginning of the year, mainly, that we had a shit ton of delays just drop on, from everyone. Well, they're all quite big, and Matthews Effects has been making the Surgeon for a while. I think this is like the third iteration of it, but it's kind of like it's punching well above its weight. It's got a lot of different delay types in it. We have spoken about it before. You can see on the side, it's got like MIDI, and it's got a USB-C port. You've got an expression in and stuff like that, but everything else is top mounted. You've got 4 different modes on the face of it. So this knob here, when I'm turning my thumb here, you've got an EQ mode, a mod mode, an AF mode, and a dual mode. And what happens is they're taking like a certain parameter or a certain wedge of the knob. So the more you dial it round, the more that effect changes. So, for instance, the mod, which is the analog delay mode, when you first kick it in, it's just an analog delay, and as you dial it more around on the analog delay or the mod delay segment, it dials in more modulation until it's like really wibbly wobbly at the top.
Yeah.
The AF is like an automatic filter, so as you dial that round, the filter becomes more prominent. And dual is obviously dual delay as well, and I think the second delay becomes more prominent as you dial that more in.
Cool.
Yeah, you've got another control on here that says M. I don't know what that does.
Yeah, so before you do a demo on this one, might be worth reading the manual just to be up on that one.
What's really cool though is look at the see the 2-foot switches that you can see there.
Oh yeah, they're offset.
Yeah, so the
one's bigger as well, like taller.
Yeah, exactly. So the one that does the presets, because you've got 4 different presets on here, you can tap it or you can hold it to go into tap tempo, is set higher than the bypass, and they're at an angle. So the bypass one is down towards the bottom of the pedal, and sounds like that. And the other one is like, it's a thumb's width apart from that, and it's angled. So it's at the other side of the pedal, is to the right of the pedal, whereas the bypass is to the left of the pedal. It's a thumb's width higher, and then it's actually higher than the knobs of the pedal. It's really hard to explain.
Yeah, it's a taller switch, isn't it? So you've got, if you broke the pedal down into kind of 6 quadrants, your first foot switch would be at the bottom left. The bypass one would be bottom left, and then
have a look at a picture.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the artwork on it's wicked. Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
it looks like a distortion, not a bloody delay.
It does, yeah. That's what I was wondering what it was when you first showed me. Because I know we've talked about it, but we talk about so many pedals.
Can you see that I don't know if you can see the quality, but it's got that sort of case where come back here, where the bottom bit's like that and the top bit's like that, and they screw into each other a bit like
2 U shapes. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got, so it's all bespoke made cases and stuff like this. It's really nice, really, really good quality. But I play a lot of pedals, a lot of delays, and sometimes you plug pedals in, and they're all right. I had another one that I was playing this week. I plugged it in, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to play with this some more, just to kind of like get my head around it, fall in love with it, maybe. This one I fell in love with straight away. I was like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah. You get those pedals where, like, the moment you plug it in and you ring out your first chord on it, you just instantly know that it's a good one. That's
good old carbon copy.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah,
we all love the carbon copy. I think Rick Matthews did a really great job of dialing in the default presets on here as well, because you're just going through them, and it's really quite nice. What I found that was interesting was with the presets is whatever you've set the pulse to, which is actually the delay time, when you go between the presets, that stays.
Yeah, it keeps it standard. That's really cool.
Yeah, because normally it will change to whatever
log preset. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool.
It threw me off though, because I had this like not quite slapback, but it was like a bang bang.
Yeah.
Delay, because I was playing a certain riff, and I was trying to. The shift it goes da 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 da, something like that, a bit musy, and I was just playing the first note, letting it do the second note, just seeing how it handled it, which it did really, really well. And then I went to another mode. No, I went to another preset, and I was like, oh, this is a bit reverby. And I didn't realize that it held the time from the previous one. So I had to go back through and play with it a little bit. But yeah, I like it a lot. Will it replace the DL2? I mean, if it had a looper in it, it might.
Okay.
There is some stuff on the DL2 that I really love, which is like the glitch delays and that sort of thing. Now, I don't know if this has got that in it, because you can access more of this pedal when you plug it in to your computer. There's things that you can do to it, and there's many more settings you can adjust. I personally don't like doing that. I don't like plugging a pedal into a computer and changing all the parameters, and then what it says on the face of the pedal isn't
doesn't
what
match
it actually
up.
does. Yeah, exactly. But it might, because I could always put that on a looper onto my pedal. I've got a good looper. So yeah, I like that a lot. So I've been playing with that a bit today. I've been setting up my my old camera setup. I'm trying to move my cameras up to 4K. Whoop.
Are you still using the GH2 then, or have you got something new?
No. I've got the GH2, but that's doing the
is that the side cam?
The pedals. doing the pedal boards. Now, no, the side cam was the GoPro. That's why it looks shit.
Is it? Are you using your mobile as the front camera? Okay, cool.
No, yeah, I am. Because
Yeah.
I got a new mobile. It's got a better camera of my actual camera.
Yeah, there's absolutely no shame in it if it's running 4K and it's doing a better job.
I mean, you saw the quality of it. It looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah,
So
can't
yeah,
complain.
I mean, why not? It's yeah, why the hell not?
Yeah, I've used my phone cam. I've used the front facing phone cam on some of the videos that I've done on Pedalboards of Doom as well. Like where I've done the HX stomp like tone videos, and I've got like the screen recording going on, and I've got like a little quarter of the screen with me playing. That's my phone cam.
Yeah, why not? Makes sense.
But it's easier to set that up than it is to set up a full camera, and you're getting a quarter of a screen on it.
Yeah. I'm fully intending though to get like a bunch of 4K cameras and just set everything up properly.
Yeah. That's on my list of things to do as well. Is upgrade to 4K. Don't want to.
I mean, we're not going to put 4K videos out, but I don't know if the listener would know that when you shoot in 4K and then you render it down to 1080, it looks much better than 1080.
Yeah. You like compressing the quality of 4K into the space of 1080, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. But you can also get because there's it's more pixels basically. You can mess around with it, so our editors can take it and they can mess around with it to make it look like there's more angles.
Yes,
which is
yeah.
super cool.
Yeah,
without losing any of the quality.
Yeah, because I do like zoom effects on my videos when I do editing. But there's only a certain amount you can zoom in with the camera before you start seeing the kind of the graininess. So you can like zoom in maybe like an extra 20%, and then you kind of pushing it a little bit. But with 4K, you could, because it's like 1/4 of 4K is 1080. You could zoom in like that kind of 75% zoom and still have the quality that you'd get with a 1080 video.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. So what's been going on in the world of budget pedals?
In the world of budget pedals, I mean, in the actual world of budget pedals, not a great deal. I don't think a lot has been released. However, in the world of budget pedal chap, since last week, I think we released the Clon video on Pedalboards of Doom last week.
Yes, I want that pedal.
Which it's doing very well. I mean, you can't have it; it's mine. But them's the breaks, Lee. Yeah, the video is doing really well, and it's like really well received. We've tried our hand at doing a few YouTube reels this week as well. We've put a few of those out. And Lee's looking confused as if he did not know that happened.
You would not be wrong. I didn't.
So I found out you could make like clips of videos that you've already put out. So I've put a little teaser based on the Clon, on the John Mayer, where I've stacked the Clon with another pedal, and I've got people to guess what pedal I'm stacking with. Someone got it right, so well done to them. But yeah, it's doing well, and it's a nice little kind of teaser thing, because I think a lot of the whole like Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, they're pushing these kind of short form videos, almost like a resurgence of what was Vine 10 years ago or however long it was. But that's what that was, when it was like a maximum of like 7 seconds or something in a video.
Yeah, I think that's probably why it didn't take off so well, because it put these limits on.
But that's exactly what Reels are and what TikTok is and what
Yeah, but they don't. It's not 7 seconds, is it?
No, it's not. It's not that short. But I think the reels on YouTube are 15 seconds. That's it. That's all you get.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
didn't realise.
yeah. But so we've been dipping our toe into that. But
No, they got to be more than that. Because I watched a guy swim in a really, really, really long swimming pool earlier, and that was definitely longer than 15 seconds.
I can tell you what I've experienced on the editor. It gives you 15 seconds to play with. But either way, let's not get into
It is porting reels in from other platforms such as Instagram and TikTok. I've gone to click on the comments of some of the reels on Facebook, and it said, "Oh, you'll have to sign into Instagram," and so on and so forth. So maybe they're different on them, and they're letting them import. Then they're importing them from there.
on like I say on YouTube itself.
Oh, YouTube. I thought you meant Facebook. Sorry.
No, on YouTube it gives you the option of 15 seconds. Facebook and Instagram are slightly different. I think they've got their own rules. I think there's under a minute, aren't they, for their kind of quote unquote shorts? It's not the same thing, but like it's all kind of pushing towards the same market where everyone is trying to compete with TikTok essentially, which is essentially what Vine was 10 years ago. But there we go. We've dipped our toe into that without having to go onto TikTok, because I would feel like a massively old man if I tried to do TikTok. It's just,
Mate,
beyond it.
I was in my Swedish class yesterday. I was the third oldest person there.
Nice.
I felt super old.
Cool.
I didn't look like the third oldest person there, but I was.
I mean, at least that's something to like a take home from that one, is that you didn't look like the third oldest.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
one of my mates said because we were all talking, like trying to say our ages and stuff in Swedish, and when he said how old he was, I turned around and I was like,
"Yeah, have you got this
angry.
wrong?"
Yeah.
Like, is his pronunciation correct?
I mean, he has so much grey hair, and I was just like,
What?
What?
Yeah. But yeah, we've done that, and literally today, on the day of this recording, dropped one of the few videos that me and Josh recorded, which was the 10-minute challenge. So you've seen this with Virgin Eyes, haven't you? Because I've seen it many times over, like editing the thing and like going over it for quality checks and whatnot.
It's been a long time since my eyes belonged to a virgin. I ripped him out of her skull. No, it was good. I really enjoyed it. I learned. I found myself really interested all the way through. Like, I've played with both pedals, but to see you guys learning about them, and I'm completely with you. When I saw that I knew that the switches were knobs, but when you actually sit there and you actually feel them and you start playing with them, it's kind of like, why doesn't everyone do this?
Yeah, it's an obvious one, but it's like this could easily be implemented across the board. Say, like, if you had a stomp box that instead of having like potentiometers had a button that you pressed on the front and then you turned the switch to adjust that parameter, then you've got no worries about like knocking things when you're like playing live.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a similar kind of thing to the mesh switch, isn't it, from TC?
Yeah. But the
Why
Stomp's
is
got
not everyone using that as well?
Yeah, so the HX Stomp's got like interactive foot switches where you can touch on the switch but not press them down, and then that offers another another option.
Yeah,
you can use it to assign a foot switch to switch on multiple pedals at once. So you could have like your standard clean tone, and then you could have foot switch 1 sticks on like drive pedal and a delay, and then foot switch 2 takes off the delay, sticks on a reverb, and adds a boost pedal, and then you've got like a workable rig there.
So I'm guessing that's like conductive, like using touchscreen kind of technology.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
So it doesn't change that when you're playing your pedal and you touch it with your shoes or something like that. But if you're playing it barefoot, then you get everything you deserve, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, we've ragged on people who play barefoot and the foot switch toppers enough. Yeah, you don't see so many foot switch toppers on the Stomp or the Cortex. And
what was the outcome of that?
Oh, overwhelmingly that foot switch toppers need to get in the bin.
Really?
Yeah, overwhelmingly.
Because we were going to release some pedalboard Steam ones, but I guess maybe we won't now.
I mean, like the branded ones are kind of cool, just as a novelty, but to have them on your on all of your pedals on your pedal board it's just a no-go. But we've talked about that before anyway. So
one of the chaps who commented on there, I don't know if you know him, his name is Damien Light.
Okay.
He's an amputee.
Yeah.
And that's why he needs the toppers, so he can actually play the pedals without them.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Like if you've got like legitimate reason to use them, absolutely. I'm not here trying to take stuff away from people that need it, but
yeah,
like, I'm not that guy. But for the majority of us, like you don't really need a foot switch stopper. But like I said, we've done that. We've done that discussion. That has happened about 3 podcasts ago. So if you wanna hear how that one went, then listen back through our back catalogue. But this one, yeah. So we've got the 10-minute challenge where both me and Josh made a preset on R1. So I made a Quad Cortex patch. Josh made a HX Stomp patch. And the fuck are you doing, Lee? The fuck are you doing? Just the fuck. Yeah. So if you like the patches that that we made, they are available. They are available on the video. So if you watch the video, go into the description. You can download those patches.
Alternatively, because they took them just about 10 minutes to make, you could make your own in that time.
Yeah. But the video doesn't go through the entire process. You'd have to go on the secret videos that are available also in the description of the video.
Yes, the secret videos that they advertise during the video.
We do. I don't think we...
They call them bonus videos.
Yeah, I don't think we... Yeah. But they are their secret ones because you can't find them. They're unlisted videos, so they're secrets. They're like Easter eggs.
Okay. That doesn't show up though. It doesn't show up on our watched time and stuff.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't at all. But I'd already done the editing for those videos, and I used about 4 minutes worth of the footage. So you're damn right I'm going to upload them and let people watch them. It's a little bit of giving back.
Yeah, giving something back.
I think that look, those videos, they're quite fun to watch anyway. But I didn't think that they would do so well as standalone videos on our channel, because I don't think like the broad audience would see those videos and necessarily watch to the end. But there were some hardcore viewers who'll watch that and be really interested in it. And
today's poll is: are you a broad viewer or a hardcore viewer?
Indeed.
Answers on postcards.
It's not at all. It's not at all. But there we go. So we've done that. What else have I done this week? I have done the Moore Rumble Drive for the No Talk Tone. Mr. Joe Plays Riffs on Instagram. Everything Joseph, as he used to be. He sold me a bunch of pedals at a really good price, and this was one of them. And because of the Demon Effects stuff that I've had coming through recently, I've had to put it off and put it off and put it off. Exactly. So the rumble drive, there's a bit of controversy behind it. Controversy is probably not the right word, but a bit of confusion. Some people seem to think that it is based on the Zen drive by Hamida, sorry. Some people think it's kind of Timmy based. Some people think it is Dumble based.
But the Zen drive is the Timmy.
They're not the same pedal.
No, but they are. It is. If I remember rightly, the Zen drive is a clone of the Timmy.
Well, there you go. So that's why there's blurred lines with this pedal. However, I'm not so au fait with the Zen drive. I've got a few Timmy inspired pedals, but I haven't played the Paul Cochran Timmy. So it's really difficult for me to say whether it is or isn't. However, it's a light gain overdrive, like light to mid gain overdrive, and that's my wheelhouse. So I had a bit of fun with it.
You know, hang on a minute.
I'm hanging. I wish I was hanging. Shit. I bought me some Corona today, like the beer, not the world-ending pandemic virus.
Right. Okay. I was just like, hang on a minute. Analog Alien have got a pedal called the Rumble Drive, but it's not. It's the Rumble seat. I was just like, but because you said Rumble Drive, I was like, that's all I could think of in my head.
Fair enough. Yeah, you've mentioned the Rumble seat before. And
brilliant pedal. Really, really, really fucking good pedal.
These were released, I think it says 2014, the Moore Rumble Drive.
I think that's when the Rumble seat came out.
Well, there you go.
There's definitely a video here from 2014. No, 2013. There's one as well.
Oh, well, there you go. Take that, Moore. Maybe it's their version of the Rumble seat.
I doubt it. The Rumble seat is 3 pedals in one. It's a drive, which is the bucket seat drive. That you've got the delay in it, and you've got a reverb in it. So it's not that.
Yeah. Well, if they're trying to do that, then they've done it really badly. They've not done a really good job at all.
Yeah.
But there you go. It's well worth a listen. Have a watch of that, because it'll be out by the time that this is out. And drop in the comments if you are aware, like if you're quite familiar with the Zen drive or the Timmy or Dumble amps. Not that many people are, but if you are, if you're familiar with those kind of tones, drop in the comments which one you think it is, because I'm undecided.
Is it like 4 knobs, 4 knobs and a 2-way switch?
No 2-way switch. 4 knobs.
Okay. Hang on. Has Timmy got a switch? I can't remember.
No.
No, I'm thinking the OCD, aren't I? 4 knobs and a 2-way switch.
You are. There we go. I've got some light now. Ta-da! Right, so whilst Lee does a bit of Googling, we're going to do a hot take. Doodle-doodle-doo-doo. That's our new hot take jingle.
Take.
Right, so last week's hot take was NAMM has had its day. And
Well, Timmy does have a switch.
does it?
Yeah.
Well, then it's not a Timmy clone.
That's a bad one.
Maybe.
Tim, the original Tim,
Yeah.
didn't have a switch, but it did have a boost on it, so bypassing a boost.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, I knew it had a switch.
We're,
Got me questioning myself.
we're on. We're on to the next bit now, Lee. So we're talking. Right, it says 46% were pro NAMM. We're saying it's still relevant. It is still as relevant today as the day it was conceived. And then 53%, because Facebook can't do maths again, said, "Oh, Mama just killed a NAMM." Was the option.
Put a pun against his head.
Indeed. I couldn't resist. So, yeah. So it was the closest of margins, but I'm going to say 54% because it should be. That's how percent works. So 54% said no, basically. So NAM next year is not allowed.
Yeah. Interesting. I really, really do want to go to NAM.
Indeed. But yeah, by the time that we get to go to it, it'll probably be a lot cheaper. Because it'll be like 4 exhibitors in a car park. Right, so this week's hot take is limited runs from big companies. And this is pedals. I think this is aimed at pedals. Limited runs from big companies are irresponsible.
Why would you say that?
Why would I say it? I think I would. There are reasons to argue for it, isn't there? So I'm thinking of examples throughout time. So we've got the Bill Finnegan Clodney clone, the clone.
Yeah,
that was limited.
No, it wasn't. It was he made them at the speed that he could make them because he was a bit like Analog Man because he was just making them and selling them as he made them. So it wasn't like he said, "Okay, I'm going to make 100 of these."
Yep.
Cut first come first serve. So that's not what we're talking about, really, is it?
Yeah. Yes and no. Like he could up production of it, but I know what you mean. Like the actual question, like imposes more of a. We are making 500 of these, and then that's it. That's all done.
Yeah.
So, for example, the Chase Bliss Fuzz Factory thing.
Yep.
That was a good example.
Yep. Do you remember what they did to counter it?
They made more, didn't they?
Yeah. They were like, right, okay, screw you guys. We're actually going to make more and make it so the scalpers.
Basically, can't make any money. So the reason why we hate on this is because of basically the way that the guitar playing public, who are a bit kind of money grabby, react to it. They'll buy up these limited edition pedals and then try and sell them on for like massive profits. So you find it all of the time with the King of Tone. Even though they're not a limited run, they take a long time to get one.
Yeah, and that is a case that Mike really needs to take on more stuff, but also because the components that he makes them with, because he's very very careful with what he makes them with, and he wants to keep them as good as they were when he first started making them. So you can see how that progress has grown. It's kind of like when he first started making them, they were really great. He had no idea that they were going to be as popular as they are, but now he wants to keep them consistent. Yeah. He's like, well, the only way I can do that is by, doing it. If he took on a big team like the size of Boss or something like that, he'd just blow all the possible parts in a period of a couple of months.
Yeah. So but it's again, mind you, they're not necessarily a big company. The question says big company, so let's focus it on Boss. Because they did it, didn't they? They did it. They did the solar tone bender.
Yeah, and that is a case of kind of what we said there. And it did have the effect. So with the tone bender, the solar sound tone bender, which I've actually got, I bought one.
Yeah.
And it is in the box, but I'm not.
Yeah, you didn't buy it with the foresight to say, okay, in 12 months' time, I'm now going to sell this and I'm going to sell it for a profit, because you've had it longer than that.
It isn't even 12 months' time, is it? Most of them are like almost like the next day.
Yeah.
Some people list them before they even arrive. So,
I mean, we've got that going on currently with the JHS Red Cup Boost, or whatever it's called. The Solo Boost, which is the one with the red cup on it. They were a limited run. They've sold out. People have bought them and that are now listing them for $350, $400. They sold for $99.
Yeah. Now with the TB2W, it was a case of boss turning around and saying, we've never done this before. They haven't done it since either. But it's a case of, we want to make this pedal, but we are not going to be dealing in getting germanium parts because they're just so hard to come by. They're not made anymore. So we'll make this, but it will be a limited run, and we're going to do it. You can kind of understand, like you made this point earlier, if it's to do with the components and it's a difficult to get part, then you can kind of understand it. But
yeah, I mean,
something like a boost is, even if it's a FET, there are a lot of FETs out there. And I know this has a FET and an op amp thing in there, but if you're thinking, okay, that FET's going to be hard to find, use another one.
Yeah, but
there's a lot that sound great.
Likewise, if the transistors that you're using in this tone bender circuit are difficult to source, use some different ones. There are plenty of transistors out there that sound great.
But not germanium ones that will make it sound like the pedal it was trying to emulate.
I mean, if you try hard enough. Because Bill Finnegan has openly admitted that the certain diodes that he used in the Klon, the unicorn piss diodes, they're becoming so scarce that he's had to switch his supply to a different diode, and he's reworked the circuit to make it sound exactly the same with the new diodes as it was with the old ones.
Well, so he says, yeah.
Yeah, I've got no doubts in that. I imagine it probably will be.
Well, he says it's exactly the same, but I've AB'd Klon and the KTR, and there is some differences. So,
but those two would have had the same diodes anyway.
Yeah, exactly, and there's still differences. So if he's gone and changed those diodes,
but this is kind of nullifying the argument that the diodes actually make jack shit difference. Because
yeah, it's true.
Because if they if you're playing the same ones and the two circuits which are apparently identical copies sound different anyway, then
according to him, apparently
component variance is enough that you're not getting that consistency anyway.
I think that's where it comes down to with them, yeah. But back onto the point of the responsibility, I think this is something to do with why Chase Bliss have decided to go direct sales.
Yeah.
Because then they can stop people from from buying 3,
scalping.
4, 5. Yeah, exactly. And just selling them off for a shit ton of money. And good to them. And do you know what? They have openly turned around and said, we don't like this, so we're not going to do it. We're going to try and get a handle on this. So they are taking responsibility, and they apologise for it, and they went and made a bunch more of the Bliss factory, which I still absolutely gag for. I really, really want one of them.
Yeah, I mean, but the limited run of I mean, they've done their bit to kind of counteract that, but the argument is that the problem isn't the fault of the manufacturers solely, but it's the fact that we've got people who are willing to buy up a bunch of them to try and earn a tidy little buck.
Yeah, and I think there's some mental health issues coming into it as well. Some people will literally buy anything that a company puts out, even if it is a one knob boost.
Yeah, I mean, there's a brand loyalty thing, isn't there? I mean, you could argue that with the tone bender from Boss as well. The fact that you can buy, you can go out there and look without much effort. You could find a boutique manufacturer who's making an accurate clone of a tone bender. You could get that. And all day, every day. If you're in the UK, the US, Europe, whatever, you could find someone who's close enough to you who's doing that. But the fact that Boss have done it, and Boss have got this almost mystique behind them, that there are people who will buy anything that's got Boss written on it, that actually that's where the hype comes in. So it's not necessarily about the circuit itself. Because, like,
I mean, you've got two of the oldest companies out there. You got Boss and you've got Solar Sound, and they're like pairing up and working together.
Yeah, it's unprecedented. It's unprecedented.
Yeah, it was quite special, and also you've got the reliability of Boss going into. You know, I've had so many boutique pedals come through, and most of them are amazing, but some of them are just jank.
Yeah. It's. I mean, you run the risk.
I'd rather let Boss make it. And if something's wrong with it, I can turn around to Boss and go, "Hey, fuck's this," you know. I could do that guilt-free as well. I could do that guilt-free. If I'm doing that if you were a small pedal builder,
yeah,
and my pedal breaks, I'm going to feel guilty about turning around and asking you to fix it.
But arguably, you could look. It could be easier to do that with a small company that would be with Boss, because you're having direct contact with that person.
Yeah. If it was a case of not having direct contact with Boss on these sort of things, then you would probably have done it through the shop, and then they would have direct contact with Boss.
Yeah, but then that adds, we've got to send the thing back to Boss to get them to repair it, to bring it back to you, blah, 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 blah. And it could then end up being, Boss have decided that it's beyond economical repair, here's your refund.
Yeah.
Rather than, yeah.
And this is kind of like where the scalping thing kind of makes little sense, because you're losing that relationship with the company. So if you bought one of these JHS boosts and it went wrong, can you then turn around to JHS and get them to fix it if you didn't buy it from them direct? Are you paying more for less, basically?
I mean, it's like a $100 boost, isn't it? Like, it's hard. I mean, it's a lot of money for a boost, like, in my eyes, but in terms of like the pedal market as it is at the moment, it's not a great deal at all.
No, I think it's irresponsible. I think it's irresponsible unless there's a very good reason for it. Release, as a big company that knows they have a following, it's irresponsible to release something like that, because you know that people are going to start putting themselves way out of pocket for something silly, like a little boost that you can get anywhere. Like you say, everyone makes a boost. If they don't make a boost, they could make a boost for you if you ask. They could probably do it in their lunch break. And just putting it out there for limited times, I don't get it. When it comes down to artwork and stuff like this, like if you've done some like special artwork with an artist, or you've done some special artwork with someone else, then it's a little bit different if the actual pedal is still available with different parts on it.
Yeah, like the MXR Phase 90, and it was a carbon copy as well, weren't they? With like the specific art, like it was a London art designer, wasn't it?
Loads of companies have done them. Like Keeley have done them. Done quite a lot of that. But yeah, that's not unusual. And limited runs for art is a different thing to limited runs for circuits when they're easy to be made.
Yeah, and I think this is where we throw it out to the listener to answer this question now, because we're going around in circles a little bit, and we've kind of put out our stances on it. So, are limited runs from big companies irresponsible? That is the question. We'll put the poll in the podcast group. So go there, check it out, have your say, and throw down in the comments below why you think that's the case. If you think it is the responsibility of the company, or if you think the responsibility falls on the people who are actually doing the scalping.
And do you know what? If there's a good enough conversation to be had, I might make a video about it because I think it's important to have it said.
Yeah, it's a meaty topic, isn't it? And I think it's
Yeah.
something we need to talk about as a community, isn't it? Because it pisses people off. It really does.
I just get so upset seeing people being upset because they can't get their hands on a pedal because scalpers have bought it, and then seeing that it's just a boost. I just feel sorry for these people because they're like, oh, I really like this brand and I want to buy everything they got, and it's like, well, look, they have another boost, go and buy that one. Oh, but I really want this one because it's white and red. I feel sorry for them.
Okay.
And, we have a responsibility to address it.
Okay, let's do some news anyway. Like, we've got about 15 minutes. We've got 3, 2.5 bits of news. Okay, so first bit of news: the Moxie Drive by Wampler. It's a couple of weeks old now, but we didn't mention it when it was released. So, what is the Moxie? Ollie, what are we saying?
It's a TS10. So,
one better than the TS9.
Yeah,
some hundreds worse than the TS808.
I have a TS10. I have a TS9 probably. I mean, who doesn't have a TS9? And they are the same. All tube screamers are the same.
They're not. Like a TS808 and a TS9 have got very, very different characteristics.
I mean, they're the same.
I mean, they do, like, they serve a similar function, but they do not do the same thing at all. The TS9 is more mid-focus, more compressed, more drive. The 808 is more open. It's got more of that clean blend perceivably in the tone.
It doesn't look the same.
I think Brian Wampler did a video where he had like a breadboard of both the 808 and the 9 together, and he showed that there was
differences. He did one where he did it on chips, where he was like breadboarded a thing, and he just changed in and out loads and loads of chips, and it made like little to no difference. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
So yeah, like this is based on the TS10, who famously used by John Suckdick Mayer, and it's you got your 3 knobs on it, you got a fat switch on there, and you got a voice switch, which probably makes it sound like any other tube screamer, and then it comes back to being a TS10. It's cool because it's in the little box, the same as the Ratsbane. And do you know what? If you want a little tube screamer for your board to make your metal tones sound like nice and tidy, this is the pedal to get.
Yeah, get the
I think it's really good.
Mini.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather go for this because it looks better. It's got like a Minotaur on it that's smoking a pipe. You know?
Well, of course. Yeah, so I think the big sell behind it and the push behind why it's different is it's based on the 10 and not the 9 and the 8. The 808. But it's also got that functionality that you get with Wampler pedals, where it's multifunction. There's like the fat switch and the mid characteristic voice switch as well, which is pretty interesting. At the end of the day, it is Wampler bringing out a tube screamer, though, which is a little...
I know, they know, we all know it's kind of like another tube screamer on the block, and it's like, they know it's not their most exciting release. They're not going to turn around and say it's as exciting as the Metaverse and this, that, the other.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. You know, I was more excited about the Ratsbane because I really like rats, but there are there's probably almost as many rats as there are tube screamers nowadays.
Yeah, and I think like in terms of pedals, you'd buy a Metaverse once in a blue moon, whereas the common things that are exchanging hands are drive pedals, and especially Tube Screamer clones, Marshall in a box kind of rat style stuff, and fuzzies.
But you know what? TS10s are expensive now.
They are, yes, definitely.
So, if you want a TS10 and you want it made by someone who's competent, like Brian, then there you go.
Yeah, I mean, there's that way of thinking about it, definitely. Like his stuff is largely quality, and who are we to argue with that? But again, it's a Tube Screamer. But are we being too harsh? Are we being too harsh?
I don't think we're being harsh. I think I'm not being harsh. I'm actually tempted to get one because, mind you, I wish they did a clon pedal. No, the Tumblers is fantastic. So they've got their mini little clon. They've got their mini little rats. They've got their mini little Tube Screamer. What else do they need?
I mean, but didn't
fuzz?
Weren't the Clarksdale Tube Screamer variant as well, or was that?
But it wasn't small like this, was it?
No, I mean they could have done the Clarksdale mini though, couldn't they? But they've got a few in the mini now, haven't they? They've got the mini Ego as well.
Yeah, I've got that, I think, or I had that.
Sure.
Yeah, it was good.
So they've got it in a number of enclosures now. Final bit of news is Kemper are bringing out. So they had that Kemper cabinet that was with a K, which is cabinet.
Mortal Cabinet.
Yeah, exactly. It's that, isn't it? Mortal Kombat. So they've brought out a version, or they're bringing out a version, which has got a neodymium speaker. So it's the Cone Neo 12-inch speaker.
Yes, it's lighter.
Yeah, like immensely lighter. So it's the standard same kind of thing with the Kemper cabinet, which is like 19 different presetted cabinet responses. But you can also turn those off and run the cab sims in your whatever unit, going through this full range neodymium speaker. And because it's a Neo speaker as well, it feels like a solid state amp. It's just really, really light.
Man, some of the heaviest amps I've ever carried are solid state amps.
Also, some of the lightest I've ever carried have been solid state amps.
Yeah. It sounds good. I invited our friend Ignazio from Jensen into the conversation, and he had a lot to say about it, which I knew he would. Italians are like that.
Wow.
I love Ignazio. He's so cool. He's so
knowledgeable,
immensely knowledgeable about all things speakers. And I had a conversation with him about neodymium speakers about 4 years ago at dinner once. And so I asked him, like, how's things going now with it? And he said that the technology has like gone forward leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
So when they first came out, the difference was really, really harsh because they were trying to make them sound like just normal, like Celestians and Jensen speakers. And what they realized is actually they're much closer to, what's he said? Much closer to ceramic and Alnico, I think it was, speakers.
Okay.
So now they try and voice them to sound more in that sort of direction. They're actually sounding really, really good. And he linked us to a video where Mad Professor, one of their cabs, they'd put it as a 1x12, which was it a 1x12? I think it was 1x12. It was definitely a one speaker cab. They put up against a Marshall 4x12, and it was ported, so it had a bit more bass response, but it wasn't as good as a 4x12, but it weren't far off.
Yeah.
and this was a neodymium thing that you could like chuck around and stuff. It was yeah,
because that's where all the weight is in the magnets, isn't it? You're carrying basically like kilograms and kilograms worth of like
iron.
big ferrous magnets on the back, or ceramic magnets on the back that are just weighty. So yeah, there is a. I had a lot of feedback on my Instagram and on my Facebook channels about neodymium magnets, because I posted this up and just asking if anyone had tried like neo magnets, and there was a resounding response from people who played neodymiums and are just saying, yeah, I played them, and the sound is comparable, but the weight, like the weight that you save on it, it just means that I can gig a tube amp still, rather than having to move down to solid state or like modelling. There's nothing, and there's nothing saying that you can't do both now, because we've got the Kemper option of having a neo magnet. You could have a super lightweight rig. Because I could buy one of these Kemper cabinets, take my stomp to a gig, and there'd be hardly any weight. The heaviest thing I'd be carrying is my guitar gig bag then.
I wonder what you were going to say then.
Indeed. So
carry on. I mean, you could get an aluminium guitar, maybe.
They're heavy as balls, they are.
Yeah, do you know what? I've got one in a box over there, actually. And you're not wrong. It's fucking like hollow body aluminium guitar, and it is actually fucking heavy.
Yeah. Because it's
a carbon fiber guitar, maybe.
Oh, that's basically the Parkers, isn't it?
The Parker Flies.
Yeah. They half of their body and the neck is carbon fiber reinforced.
Very stable.
Oh yeah, completely. They are
incredibly stable.
They look on paper they are like the perfect instrument, because they stay in tune. They render like temperatures and weather changes completely useless. And there's a video of the guy who makes the Parker Flies, like standing on the neck, like putting it between two chairs and just standing on the neck, and it's like just taking his weight.
Yeah, I used to hate the look of them, but now I really like them. I keep seeing like adverts for them. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah. I do like different looking gear, like the Strandbergs and stuff.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, they've got like quite a modern look, ironically, considering they're probably like, what, 20, 30-year-old now.
Yeah.
But like in comparison to like the Strat and the Telly and whatnot, they're relatively new. But I don't know. Like they don't come in configurations that I tend to use. They tend to be dual humbuckers with a trem system. And that's not really me. So I don't know.
Yes. So neodymiums. If they are sounding as good as Ignacio says, and I've got no reason to disbelieve him, because the man knows more about speakers than I will ever know.
Yeah.
Then I would say if Kemper have done a good job on this, then, which I'm sure they have, it's Kemper, then
cool.
Get one. How much are they?
I don't know. I didn't search that. Let's have a look.
Google shit on the podcast.
Yeah. It's about time I get that, isn't it? Here we go. £337.95.
I mean, that's not a lot. Is it a single speaker, or is it?
So the individual cones cost 128 quid, and a 412 set is 337. So you could get like an individual cone, and plonk it in a pre-existing cab for 128 quid. That's not bad, is it? That's not bad.
No, be nice if they made like a 2x12. I wouldn't want. I'd want it in like a Zilla cab, but yeah, I suppose could do that.
Indeed.
Yeah. And do these ones model? Does this model different cabs then?
The Kemper cabinet does.
Yeah.
The speaker itself is just a speaker.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's our podcast, I think.
That was our podcast.
I'm going to give a shout out to our Patreon backers, as we usually do. I'm going to give a shout out to the people who have made it this far. You are amazing. Keep up the good work. Extra special shout out to the Patreon backers because you pay us to do this. So, yeah, you're really cool. Like all of our Patreon backers are really cool people. I'm happy with the people we got. And they are as follows. We've got Mr. Andrew Bimson. Congratulations on your performance, by the way. He recently did a performance of a song in a different language. And it sounded pretty tuneful, so congrats on that. We've got Mr. Adam Yeomans of Chevtone Effects. Like, official now, official. Yeah. We have got Mr. Doug Christ of 37 Effects, of Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and of the Just Surprise Me podcast. We have got Mr. Hugh G-Rection. We have got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. And we've got Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jerks podcast and the Second Button podcast, and occasionally the Just Surprise Me podcast as well. If you want to catch me online, I'm Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. YouTube is the home to the No Talk or Tone series. So that is youtube.com/BudgetPedalChap. Lee, where can we find you?
Just a thought. I think Andy and Hugh Direction should start a pedal company because everyone else has got one.
Well, maybe they could team up together.
Yeah.
Andy Rection.
Andy teaming up with his Hugh Direction.
That's it.
I'm sure it wouldn't be the first time.
Hey.
Yeah. Where can you find me? On
Sweden.
Pedalboards of Doom in Sweden. You can find us on Facebook group Pedalboards of Doom. That's Facebook /Pedalboards of
/Doom.
Fuck off, mate. And then you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us. Can they find us anywhere else?
I don't know, but there's some massive things going on over at Insta. Insta's like popping now. It's really getting going because our Josh is taking hold of that one.
Yeah, of course. You can find us on dealing with things over at Tonepedia. I also work a lot now with Analog Alien, who are a great pedal company, one of the best pedal companies out there, and that's why I'm working with them because I only like working with people who are make really good stuff. And yeah, go and check out their stuff. Go and check out what we do over at Tonepedia. And if you've got any questions about pedals, don't ask me.
I mean, no truer word has been spoken. Right, so from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, from Lee, padabadababadababadoo. Say Ollie. It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week. Turn out a bit.
Welcome to your door.
Turn out a bit. Did you hear the one about the guy who fell into the upholstery machine?
No, I did not hear the one about the guy who fell into the upholstery machine.
He's now recovered.
Uh-huh.